Is Honkai Star Rail worth playing in 2024? Well, we all know that Honkai Star Rail is one of the biggest gacha games in the world and is also one of the best game of 2023. But is it still worth playing? Well, Honkai Star Rail is certainly a great game. However, that does not mean it is perfect. Although the game excels at some parts, it lacks in others. And let's look at all the important parts of Honkai Star Rail to give you a better understanding. Story. Apart from its engaging and strategic combat, Honkai Star Rail offers an interesting story, which although is quite weaker than what players have in Genshin Impact. Although the story of the game tries to be great, it certainly lacks in some areas, but the developers are constantly taking in feedback, and throughout the various updates that Honkai Star Rail has gotten over the last year, we can see that they have done well to improve the story. Number 2. Combat. The first thing that needs to be said about Honkai Star Rail combat is that it is not for everyone. The turn-based combat mechanic that Honkai Star Rail has adopted is certainly done perfectly, and it is evident that the developers have put a ton of time and effort into polishing the system. They've made it easy to get into, but it still requires you to spend some time with it to master it. The downside of combat is that it gets old fast. You do not have the action that you have in Genshin Impact or Punishing Grave Raven, nor do you have the complexity that you will see in something like Limbus Company. All in all, we think that Honkai Star Rail combat strikes perfect balance for those who love turn-based system, but it also made it interestingly for those new to the experience. Though we can't lie, the addition of the auto combat feature is truly a lifesaver when you get burnt out. Number 3. Characters. Honkai Star Rail does well when it comes to presenting interesting and different characters. No characters look the same, and although some of the Lofu characters look similar, they are still different. Each character have their personality, playstyle and uniqueness that make them stand out. As with their previous game, we can see that Hoyoverse has once again outdone itself when it comes to making characters that will make you want to spend your money on them. But one of the biggest question is that, is Honkai Star Rail F2P friendly? The question that pops up in most gacha games if the game is generous and F2P friendly. And this too is one that often pops up in the Honkai Star Rail community. We mean this when we say that Honkai Star Rail is F2P friendly and is a breath of fresh air for those who have played other Hoyoverse games for a long time. Although Honkai Star Rail adopts the same daily system in Genshin Impact where you only get 60 stellar jade per day, you get way more from events and ton of new permanent content that constantly gets released with each version. You may still find it a bit hard to get every character if you aren't that lucky, and it is not perfect system where you can get every character you want. It is a gacha game after all. Despite this, we can assure you that Honkai Star Rail give you more than enough recurrency to get almost all the characters you want, and is one of the more generous gacha game on the market right now. So the big question is Star Rail still worth playing in 2024? Well, if you're thinking of starting Star Rail, then now is one of the best times to start. The game recently launched its newest planet Pinocchio, which is one of the biggest updates since the game's release. So all in all, starting Honkai Star Rail in June 2024 is a great time, and new players certainly have a ton of content to do that is sure to keep them occupied for some time. And there you have it, guys. Comment down below and do tell me that which is your favorite game, Genshin Impact or Star Rail, or even Honkai Impact 3D. Let's see which gets the most votes, and I will see you in the next one.